social media was just not something that not even on my list, right? So I tell you, um, a year ago, less than a year ago, my IG account was like 100 followers, as they are my family members, my friends and colleagues. There's no one at all beyond my immediate circle. So that's what I was, started the whole journey. So it was fun. So yeah, so coming from a business background now, I'm moving a little bit more on the creative side in social media. So which is actually quite a fun journey the last 9 months. Yeah. I guess the biggest the biggest accomplishment I think personally that I'm very proud of from the program is I achieved a cumulative 2 million of views, almost 10K followers, and very, very meaningful engagements and messages from my community, pretty much from scratch, from 100 followers to start with less than a year ago. This is something beyond my imagination. So I started posting content June last year. So it was I think in the middle part of the program. And I think that piece that went viral was probably my fifth or sixth piece of content that I posted out there. And before that, it was basically very little likes and saves and shares. But that piece was actually I followed Brandon King's methodologies about the format. So within 2 weeks after I posted, I got 1 million views or so. So that was one of the uh, uh, early on traction that I gained, and it was a direct outcome, like what I learned and apply what I learned from the program. And I think the more exciting piece was actually a recent one I posted, which is a month ago. Which is I think now is about 400,000 views, and the engagement is incredible. That's the most engaging organic content I've ever posted, and better than the first piece. So that one got me just literally, I think about 6 or 7 thousand followers, 10K of sharings, like many saves and engagement. I think that's all the numbers are amazing because sometimes you don't just look at the likes and the views. We really want to see how people engage and save and share with their friends. So I think that was really, I think, the piece that I really feel proud of. And I think what is really more important from that piece compared to the first one, I think, is the quality of engagement. And now my audience basically it's pretty global. I think a quarter is in the US, and before the program, predominantly was in Asia. That's where my base is. But I do actually have multiple coaching requests from the social media directly. That's one of my goals when I started all this, right? Because I want to test the coaching business, which is completely brand new, like a new business, no existing client, no branding, basically building from scratch through social media. And that's why I took the program. But it was a direct outcome from that like application of what I learned. I got multiple requests like on coachings and all that. The biggest mindset blocks I had before the program was, honestly speaking, I don't think social media has anything to do with me. Like, when think about it, somebody who has 100 followers and doing successfully in business, right? I've been doing, it's corporate side of the business. So I always think the only social media platform, to be honest, I used is LinkedIn. I never really socially active in like Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. And that's what my belief was. I post the first piece of content 3 months after I started the program. I used that 3 months to overcome my mental blocks. uh, you know, do I really have to put on my face, right? And I have a lot of fears as well, right? Being not a non-native, non-English speaker, so I have my accent. I'm in my 40s, right? So it's not the age you will do silly things in front of the camera and you will feel, and I imagine I would enjoy that. So there are so many mental blocks at this stage of my life. And so if, people are watching at my age range or similar background, I would just one thing that I really want to share with of the people is really like, it is really not about your accents, not really about your looks, your appearance, your skin of colors. It's nothing to do with that. And one thing I learned about from the program is that everyone has something to share with the world, and all of us has our authenticity. And one of the key takeaways I got from this program is that the authentic voice. The program is so good at giving us all the strategies and tools and that we can pick on. And we have to use all this ingredient to craft our authentic voice and put ourselves in front of the world. I've been looking out different courses in the market, but I think this one is the most comprehensive. It's 6 month program. It's super comprehensive. From the strategies, the formats, the performance drivers, to the tools, AI, ChatGPT, to how to develop your authenticity in the social media presence. And then we have Johnny's, which is talking about monetization. So it's pretty much actually a one-stop shop, type of program. And I told you, given my background, I have zero experience like in social media, and I need that. I need the breadth of the program, and all the instructors are very successful and masterful in the social media space. So, learning from the best. That's the really key reasons.